What is going on, everyone, and welcome. In this tutorial we're going to be covering a couple of different things, which is how to create compositions and how to animate text using different methods of keyframing. So for example, we will be using rotation, we will be using movement, and we will be using scale. I will also be showing you guys some shortcuts that will allow you to do all these things a lot easier. So first things first, we have to make sure that we go to new project. Once we have our new project, we have to make sure that we save this new project. So file, save as, and you can title this as go to your documents and then go ahead and make a new folder and type this lesson 02, and then double click inside lesson 02 and title this my name is. You can also put lesson 2 so that you know, and then you can go ahead and save. Once you have it, you should be able to see right here that it says documents, your name, lesson 2, my name is lesson 2. First thing we have to do is create a new composition. We'll go ahead and create a new composition. Make sure it's HD 1080p at 2997. You can go ahead and select it from there. Then everything should automatically be filled in. We will leave this at 30 seconds and I will show you how to make it shorter at a later time. And we will put this my name is and then 1. The 1 is important because we will be doing multiple ones, and then press OK. Once we have this, we'll have our blank document, and the first thing we have to do is create a colored solid layer. So we'll right click, create new solid, and then we can choose whatever color you want. This is completely up to you. I will go with this kind of green color and press OK. I will double click in the lime green solid. Actually, if you double click, this is important, it will open up your own layer, and a lot of students will get like, oh my god, everything got deleted. Well, that's not actually the case. You just created a new layer over here, a new tab, so you can just close that tab and it'll go back to yours. In order to rename this, we're actually going to press enter on our keyboard. I'm going to title this background just so that I know what it's called, right? And then from there on, we're going to go ahead and start typing. You'll type with your letter T right here. You can also do Control T, and that will bring up your typing tool. And then once you have your typing tool, you just click once anywhere in here. Boom, click, and I'll type the word my. Now that I have that, I can actually bring my mouse over to the top. You notice how it's a black mouse right now, and then it turns into that typing key, the little icon. So now I can highlight it. I can go over to my character tab. If you don't see character, you can just open it up, or you can go to view, Windows, and then go ahead and open up the character tab in case you don't see it. But it should be here. So once you click character tab, you can go into where it says, or mine, it says Times New Roman. But this is where you choose different fonts, and you can choose a font that you like. You can also choose a size. So right now it's 36. If I click and drag it around, I can make this a little bit bigger. So I kind of like that. I'll go ahead and use my selection tool, and I can now move this around. I can put this wherever I want. I can also make it bigger from here if I want to. There we go. That says my. I will now grab my typing tool and click somewhere else and type name. Grab my selection tool and move this somewhere that I want. Make it as big as I want. And then I will grab one more time and do this and put my is. Grab my move tool, make this kind of big, and put this wherever I want. So I have these three. Now my goal is to change the fonts and the colors for all three of these. So I'm going to go ahead and select my name is. So right here, if I have it selected right here and I do not have my typing tool, I can actually double click and it will allow me to type. And so I will go in here and choose a different font. Let's see, something like that. That looks pretty cool. And then move this to correct it. And I will choose a different color, like maybe a dark red. Right here, I will double click the word is. Go in here and choose a different font for it, like Abstract or Groovy. Move this and put that here. And then I would choose a different color for this with the blue light. It's kind of cool. Some patriotic stuff, I guess. I'll just double click this and change it. Weird. Some orange looks kind of cool, I guess. I'll leave it as white. That looks kind of cool. And we have my name is. So now comes a time where you have to animate this stuff, right? You have to make it move. And so if you open up your transform tools, you'll see that you have the anchor point, the position, the scale, and the opacity. So position, it allows me to move it from one place to the other. Scale, it allows me to make things big or small. And then rotation allows me to rotate it. And then opacity allows me to make it transparent. So I'm going to use shortcuts for all of these. So we're going to change the position of all of them. The shortcut for position is P. So if I press P on my keyboard, that opens up position, position, position. We're going to change the position of all of them. We all want them to end up right where they're at, right there. So that's pretty good for me. And then for each one, I'm going to add one more thing. So if I hold shift, I can do shift R, and then rotation comes out. Shift scale, scale comes up, and then shift T, and opacity comes out. This will allow you to kind of use all of them at the same time. So what I want to do is head over to like the 2.5 or 2 second mark, or around 3 seconds right here. 3 seconds. And I would just click, 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 and click, right? Because that's where I want it to end. My finished product at 3 seconds, I want it to look just like this. I'm going to go back to 0 seconds, and I'm just going to mess with my position. So I'm going to click my, maybe move my this way. Name, I'll bring name down here, and is, I'll put it up here. So now if I move this, notice everything comes together, right? Pretty simple and stuff. Now, if you accidentally move this and you can't find your way back to your keyframe, you can use the arrows that are right here so you can navigate directly to where your keyframes are at. So now I'm going to navigate to rotation. For rotation, I'm just going to go to the 0 and go ahead and put 1 full rotation. So that will make the word is rotate inwards. There you go. And then for scale, I'm just going to make this a 0 right here. And for opacity, I'll make that a. Now you can notice that that's rotating, that my name is getting bigger, and then my is transparent, and then it becomes transparent. And they all end like this. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The thing is that right now, they all start at the same time. I want it to be my name is. So we're going to move them. My can stay right here. I'm going to select all of these for name, and I'm going to move this right here, and then grab all of these and move these right here. The exact timing doesn't really matter as much, as long as you know that one starts and then the others come in at later times, right? Now I noticed that as I played this actually looks like it goes really, really, really slow. So I'm going to highlight all of these, and I'm going to move these a lot closer. Something like that. And let's see how that works. Perfect. That looks a little better. I'm going to just move this so that it comes off a little bit later in time. Something like that. My name is. Perfect. Now you notice that this finishes in around 4 seconds. We have our final product. So we're going to go ahead and grab this little blue line right here. Drag it all the way over here. And then just right click on the gray area and put trim comp to the work area. That's going to get rid of the 6, 8, 9, 10 and all these extra times that we have. Trim comp. And now we only have our 4 seconds. And that's perfect. That's what we need. Now I'm going to go ahead and right click new composition, and I'm gonna put my name is 2 and press OK. Now here we're gonna just repeat the steps, but we're gonna use different colors and different fonts. So new solid, actually can make this one something like a dark blue. Press OK, press enter right here, and call this background, and then repeat the same steps. So you guys can rewatch the video in case you forgot, but we're just gonna type my name is, and then instead of putting a position and opacity, position and scale, position and rotation, you guys can play around with this one and use whichever ones you want from here. So you can mess with position, rotation, opacity. You can mix and match position and scale, or scale and rotation. Let me show you an example. So I'm gonna go ahead and type the word name. And let's say instead of using position, I just want it to appear right here. I'm gonna go ahead and open S for scale, and let's say R for rotation. So Shift R will open up the new one. And again, I'm gonna move over to like 2 seconds. And I'm just gonna click there. That's where I want it to end, right? Then at 0, I'm gonna put this at 0. And I'm gonna put this at 1. Now when I play it, that's what that does, right? That looks kind of cool. I'll just make it go a little bit faster. There we go. And we have name. So now we can do the same thing for my and is. And we're going to do that 3 times. So you should have new composition. My name is 3. And then just click OK. And then each one, you'll just do the same thing that we did on the first one. And you guys will see your tabs. The first one right here, the second one here, and the third one here. The reason why we're doing it 3 times is because we're going to be putting these to go along to the music of Eminem, My Name Is. And the way that one works is, hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. And we're going to pretty much put all these at the very end together so you guys can make a final product. If you guys have any questions while you're working on this, please call me, let me know, and I'll help you out as best as I can. Thank you guys, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.